got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
There we go. He can't hang.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here we go, 47. Right there. 56.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. Line 8. Check right 54. Right 54. I don't think you got it, sir. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year. There on the stop.
At the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. That'll be caught by Cup. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11, torn ACL, out for the year. He was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his 2nd NFL campaign at 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, You know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Watch the back, watch the back. Check him, go to 54, go to 54.
On second down, Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here we go. Right there, 54 miles. Hey, kill. Yo. Hey, check Mike 54.
Draw play, Elliott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys... And
a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
At the 42-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
5. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jalen Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch will get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas, en route to a Pro Bowl appearance.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Prescott. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at about the 28. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Mike, go. Wait, 20. Hold on. Check.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
We go tonight. Wait, 20. You ready. 5. 50's the mark.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gone. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. The Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there. Goff to Kupp. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 29.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Well, you think about the 2 quarterbacks in this game, Goff and Prescott. And, of course, Jared Goff, the first pick back in the 2016 class. Prescott, that same class, but he was in the 4th round, pick number 135. But Dak would take home Offensive Rookie of the Year honors. Fear not, though, for Jared Goff. He would recover, of course, and lead the Rams to Super Bowl 53 in that eventual loss to the Patriots. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Now Prescott on 4th down. Now this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Austin. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Makes it 3rd down and 10.
Here we go. Slide in. 58 to Mike. Oh, you got D? 26.
Final play of the half. Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Cut. 180. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. What's that?
Here's Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Line 8. Mike 5-4. I know he ain't got it. Here we go. Going to 54. Line 8. 54. Mike 54. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ricky. Kill, 26.
Now Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions, and you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year, but he's really on the uptick. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
On first and 10, Prescott. On the screen pass, that's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Prescott yet again. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
Brings up second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
All day, dog. Check. Maverick. Hold on. Check.
Now it's gone. Incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get him the football in the passing game. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They go to Elliott again. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Rams on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Delta.
Out Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. A second down throw for Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the third time in 4 NFL seasons. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Prescott, and this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go, 46. 58, 26.
And again, it's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Cowboys! Amari Cooper hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Rams on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Rams on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 10. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mike 58, right there. Go, get out there, get out there.
On 1st down, Elliott. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas 1st down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. They keep on the ground with Elliott. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Marr on for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with time running out. And the Rams have taken the lead.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. One possession game. How does the offense?
Intuitive, because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Completes it to Jason Witten. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
18. That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Mike, 58. We're going to 54. Right here. It's heavy on the edges. Talk. 58. Come on. 26.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
I'm going to run you over. He's mine. There we go. Kill. 26.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Cooper was the intended target, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete, so no miracles here on the final play. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Los Angeles, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.